So I bought 48 Chrome Softs from LostGolfBalls.com that are graded 4A, and I wanted to make this video showing exactly what grade 4A golf balls look like, because you see people's testimony and you see what Lost Golf Balls themselves say, but I don't see any video evidence specifically of what they say. So I'm going to open this up, see what they look like. I'm going to have some video cut-ins to show better details of what I'm saying, but here we go. So again, I bought a 48 bucket of 4A Chrome Softs, but I also bought a 1 dozen 5A Kirkland balls because I needed $5 more for free shipping. But I also figured it'd be interesting to compare the 5A versus the 4A. So I'm going to open the 5A first because I think it'll be less interesting. For the 5A Kirklands, there are a few that are not exactly what I would expect from the highest possible level golf balls. Notwithstanding the writing on it, there's just general wear on the outside of the covers. There's a few of them that have a little bit of a cut on them. The writing I don't mind at all, but there's just a little bit more wear than I would expect for what the highest level is. So overall, especially for the price, these were $10 for the dozen, and then there's a discount on top of that. Not a bad deal. I just wouldn't say that they look really like brand new golf balls. So the Chrome Softs came in 4 bags of 12, so we're just going to go through them one by one. One thing that I'll mention with Chrome Softs is, unlike Pro V1s, Pro V1Xs, the Titleist balls, it's not quite as obvious the model years of the ball. I'm sure there's some tells, but I'm not exactly sure. That being said, I think Chrome Softs started being manufactured around 2015, 2016, so none of these are going to be that old. That being said, I'm going to open up the first one and let's see what they look like. So my first impression of the 4A Chrome Softs is that they look very similar to the 5A Kirkland balls. Now that might just be that they have fewer Kirkland balls, so that they have to kind of blur the lines, and that's totally understandable. These two over here look a bit yellowed compared to the rest. Hopefully that shows up on camera. But the biggest things that I'm noticing in this one are a little bit of wear on the shells, just like the Kirklands. Some scratches here and there, some scuffs here and there. Obviously the logos and the writing are prevalent, but they make no promises that there aren't going to be those. But all in all, again, similar to the Kirkland 5As, and certainly all of these are playable. So this batch had one ball that is stamped a Chrome Dot Soft, which is telling me it's a slightly older ball. Again, mentioned up front, I doubt it's going to be that old of a golf ball, but something to keep in mind. This batch also has a couple practice balls, which are fine. They're the normal Chrome Soft balls. They just at some point were deemed to be usually it's cosmetically not up to standard, but practice balls, not a huge deal. And then the only other thing with this group is that there's just a little bit more total discoloring on of a couple of the balls, that they just turn slightly yellow. This one has a little bit of wear on it, but again, these are the 4A golf balls. These are not unlike the Kirklands, these are not advertised as being close to new, and just like the other one, certainly totally playable. This batch is not drastically different, pretty much same discoloration. This one probably has the biggest scuff I've seen on anyone so far, but certainly, again, that's not bad enough to really affect the ball. I've seen comments on Reddit or whatever talking about Lost Golf Balls, saying the 4A are, close to brand new golf balls. That's not my experience so far with these, but I will say the pictures on the grading scale on the Lost Golf Balls website are pretty much dead on. They'll have little scuffs, they'll have little cosmetic things, and from what I can tell, that is accurate. So last dozen, pretty much same story as the first 3. This one's got a little discoloration, and most of them have somewhat. That one's a little orange. This one's turned a little yellow. In fact, both of the 2 in the front, you can kind of see in the camera, look pretty bad. This one back here, the logo is a little worn, which makes you think, hey, maybe spend a little time in water, which is not what you would want. But again, it's not really evident about that. And the bottom line is, I got these with the end of the year sale, and I believe there was another 15% off. So all in all, I got these 48 Chrome Softs for about $65, which is a little under $1.50 a ball, which is great. Because I mean, if you think about buying, other premium cheap golf balls like Vice or Snell, it's going to be closer to 2.5 to 3, depending on how many you buy. And so with this, you're pretty much getting, Chrome Softs at like the super soft price, which is obviously a good deal. And again, these are pretty much all playable. Things like TP5Xs and TP5s from recent years, and I think the 2019 and older Pro V1s of the same quality are right around the same price. So I'd say if you can get them with this deal, then that's a good deal. This one's got a little cut here, but I hope that this is helpful, that it kind of shows off more of what 4A quality means for Mollusk golf balls.